What up, everyone? I'm Heatfire, and in today's video, when jealousy turns to murder. Alright, let's get it. So there's this video that's been circulating around lately. It's Kadejah Brown, and I saw the video twice through its entirety, and it's just a sad situation to begin with. And there's been some speculation going on that the husband cheated on her with another man. I don't know if that's true or not. That's besides the point. And the kids were there when this happened, and then her mom was there when this happened also. So the stage was set. It was just a bad situation for the man to begin with. You can tell he wasn't happy. He wanted to get out, and she didn't want him to leave, no matter how bad the situation was. And hindsight's always 20/20. She could have just let him leave, but she didn't want that to happen. And it turns into a possessive thing when you're with someone for so long as she's been with him since high school, from what I've heard. And she felt like she had ownership of this guy to an extent, being married and all. But when people want to cheat, you can't stop them. You can't give them any money. You can't do anything to change. You can't talk them out of it. And if they're going to cheat, that's just what they're going to do. And in the video, from what I've seen, she was instigating the situation. He was packing up the stuff to leave because he wanted to go to work. He had already called the cops, but she was in his space, egging him on, hitting him, saying, "Oh, you're gonna hit me now? You're gonna hit me now?" And he's like, "Stop, get your hands off me." And she puts the camera down, and you can still hear in the background where she's antagonizing this man. And the mom-in-law is not making it any better. And then shortly after that, you just hear one shot. And that was an indicator of a close encounter shot to the head. So, yeah, she killed him right there on the spot. And I can already tell it was premeditated. She already knew what she wanted to do in that situation. She already set the stage. And the kids came out crying for their daddy. The mom-in-law tells the kids to go back in the room, and then shortly after that, the cops show up. And there's no winners here. He loses his life. She loses her life. She's going to prison. The kids are without both parents. And if the grandma can't raise the kids, then, it's just sad all the way around. And in fits of jealousy, it can cause a person to do the unthinkable. It comes down to controlling yourself, even though it hurts when people cheat. And it's not a good feeling when that happens. But when people want to go, when people want to leave the situation that they're in with you, you have to let them go. You just got to tip your hat. Just say, "Hey, you know what? We've been through this amount of bullshit with each other. It's not working out. You got to bow your head and just, hey, take that L and move on." Some people can't handle the pain. They can't handle what it's like to feel betrayed. Again, it's not a good feeling. And, I can attest in my situation, I've dealt with 2 women in my life who resulted with kids. And I've been given empty promises that they would never cheat and that they would never place me on child support. And it happened. But while they were cheating, when I found out that they were cheating, yeah, it hurt. It hurt a lot. It hurt a lot. I went crazy. I really did. And in that moment, it makes you feel helpless. And you can do the unthinkable. And in this last relationship, when I found out my ex cheated, we have a 3-year-old and 4-year-old. The 3-year-old at the time was 6 months. He was 6 months old when I found out that my ex was cheating. And all I could do was just let her go. That's what you want to do? You want to break up a family? Go. I wasn't going to try to stop her from leaving. The damage was already done. You did what you wanted to do, go. And the best course of action when people decide to move on from you is just let them. You don't have to do anything. You don't have to retaliate. You don't have to make the situation worse by wanting to harm them. And by doing that, you're causing harm to yourself and to others. It is a big world out here, and people are going through different situations every single day. We're all out here trying to survive in this game called life. The only thing we can do is try to survive. And when you've been with someone for so long in a relationship, you get comfortable. And when that person wants to leave, you let them. But at the end of the day, you still have to be self-sufficient, self-sustaining, even without that person in your life. Because life is hard. It's never going to be easy. It's always a constant struggle. Going through life with someone definitely helps. You share your ups and downs with each other. Help one another in certain situations where it's needed. And then when you're by yourself, you get to learn to rely on yourself instead of relying on others. Life is the most difficult thing you will ever go through. The most difficult thing you'll ever go through. And just going back to her situation, fits of jealousy, fits of rage, you won't be able to think straight. You won't, how can I put it? You won't see clearly. You won't have any judgment. Everything will be based upon feeling. And despite how we feel about some things, can't always go off of impulse. Going off of impulse, the aftermath of that, it's devastating. Always keep a level head, which is hard. We have to think. We have to become okay with letting go. We have to be okay with people turning away from you. Not necessarily be okay with the betrayal, but you have to be okay with people deciding to move on without you. And you let them. Fits of rage and jealousy destroys homes. Betrayal destroys homes. And the things that I know now, I wish I knew then. Knowing that when people betray you, that doesn't necessarily mean it's your fault. It's just something that they wanted to do. Even if you are married, even if you are in a relationship, you still can't control the other person. You can do everything for this person. Everything. And how they decide to move, that's just what they're gonna do. We can't control that. We can only control ourselves. That's where the battle lies. How much self-control you have. What are your coping skills? What are your coping mechanisms? And for Kadejah, she didn't want to cope with anything. She already had a game plan in mind, which was to eliminate him. That was her plan, and she executed it. And the aftermath is, well, we're all talking about it. This guy lost his life, the kids lost their dad, and she's going to prison. And I just want everyone to know that, you know, it's not okay to hurt, but it's something that we have to go through. I wish every day was sunshine and rainbows, but it won't be. I wish every day that I wouldn't have to go through pain. But there's things I still have to learn, things I still have to cope with, and that we all have to cope with and learn. But just know that it's a part of life. You win some, you lose some. No, but you live to fight another day. That's what was said by John Witherspoon in Friday, Craig's father. Stay level-headed. Don't think out of rage. Don't feel those emotions. Cope with it. Learn to deal with it. Become a better person. It's okay to hurt, but it's not okay to go through the pain that you're going through. If that makes any sense. A bit of philosophy right there. So go ahead and end this video there, you guys. That's my take on the whole thing. Because a lot of people are talking about it right now. I just thought I'd talk about it also, because it's been something I've been thinking about. And yeah, so that's it. So if you're new to this channel, you like the video, go ahead and give it a thumbs up, comments, share this video, and subscribe. And I'll catch you guys next time.